Hello everyone, welcome to the market opening bell on Friday, July 18th, your 10-minute guide to the stock market. On Thursday, the Hong Kong stock market fluctuated. The Hang Seng Index opened 29 points higher, briefly rose 154 points to a high of 24,672, then fell back, dipping 69 points to 24,447. It closed down 18 points or 0.08% at 24,498. The H-share index fell 8 points or 0.1% to 8,853, while the Hang Seng Tech index rose 30 points or 0.6% to 5,448. Total market turnover was 236.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. Southbound trading turnover reached $134.7 billion, with southbound funds recording a net inflow of $1.855 billion. Notable transactions included net buys Meituan totaling 605 million, China Construction Bank totaling 590 million, Xiaomi 315 million, China Software International 127 million, Huatai Junan International 119 million. Net sales included Portmark totaling 844 million, Tencent 379 million. Southbound funds have been net buying Meituan for 9 consecutive days, totaling 7.462 billion Hong Kong dollars, while net selling Tencent for 6 consecutive days, totaling 3.956 billion dollars. Technically, the Hang Seng Index recently approached its March high of 24,874, forming a double top pattern before pulling back. It remains in a consolidation phase, preparing for another attempt at 24,874. The index closed near 24,500, with the next support level at 24,280. The Shanghai Composite Index rose 13 points or 0.4% to 3,516, while the Shenzhen Component Index gained 153 points or 1.4% to 10,873. Combined turnover in Shanghai and Shenzhen markets was 1.5392 trillion yuan, up 97.2 billion yuan from the previous day. The renminbi US dollar central parity rate rose 65 points to 7.1461, the highest since November 8, 2024, and the largest daily gain since May 26, 2025. Pharmaceutical stocks surged. JW Therapeutics soared 20.7%, while Fudan Zhangjiang, Kinder Pharmaceutical, Akasol, and B1 Medicines each rose over 10%. On July 15, the National Healthcare Security Administration announced the 11th round of national drug procurement, covering 55 drugs. The procurement prioritizes quality over price, focusing on clinically established older drugs and excluding innovative drugs. Excluded drugs include one, those recently included in the National Reimbursement Drug List via negotiation and still under agreement. Two, drugs were still due for provincial procurement platform sales below 100 million yuan. This supports innovation in the sector. The innovative drug sector remains hot. An investment bank report suggests that China's biotech sector is entering a structural revaluation window. Chinese biotech companies' total market value is only 14% to 15% of the US peers, yet they contribute nearly 30% to global innovation. This indicates that China's innovative drug sector is still undervalued, with revaluation just beginning. Lukfook Group announced that for the first fiscal quarter, from April 1st to June 30, 2025, Lukfook reported double-digit growth in overall retail value and revenue, up 13% and 14% year-on-year, respectively. Same-store sales turned positive at Lukfook Group announced that for the first fiscal quarter, from April 1st to June 30, Lukfook reported double-digit growth in overall retail value and revenue, up 13% and 14% year-on-year, respectively. Same-store sales turned positive at plus 5%, despite a 40% rise in international gold prices. Same-store sales of weight-based gold products improved to flat, while priced jewelry products saw same-store sales rise 19%. Driven by business improvement and a low base effect, retail value and revenue in Hong Kong, Macau, and overseas markets turned positive, up 9% and 8% year-on-year, respectively. The proportion of priced jewelry retail value increased from 27% last year to 32%. The US stock market rose as robust economic data drove the S&P 500 and Nasdaq to record highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 230 points, a 0.5% increase, closing at 44,485. The S&P 500 gained 33 points, also up 0.5% to 6,297, while the Nasdaq advanced 153 points or 0.7% to 20,884. The Nasdaq Golden Dragon China Index, which tracks Chinese stocks, increased by 93 points or 1.2% to 7,682. Nvidia rose 0.95% to a record closing high, pushing its market capitalization about 4.2 trillion US dollars. Microsoft also reached a new high, gaining 1.2%. Alphabet and Amazon each rose 0.3%, while Apple dipped 0.07%. Meta fell 0.2%, and Tesla declined 0.7%. TSMC reported a second quarter net profit of 398.2 billion Taiwan dollar, a 60.7% year-on-year increase and 10.2% quarter-on-quarter rise, surpassing expectations. The company forecasts third quarter revenue between 31.8 billion and 33 billion US dollars, reflecting a 38% year-on-year increase and 8% quarter-on-quarter growth. TSMC stock rose 3.4% to 245.6 US dollars, marking its third consecutive record high, with its market cap reaching 1.28 trillion US dollars. Netflix announced second quarter revenue of 11.08 billion US dollars, slightly above the expected 11.06 billion US dollars, and raised its full year revenue guidance to 448 billion to 452 billion dollars, up from 435 billion to 445 billion dollars. PepsiCo reported a 59% year-on-year drop in second quarter net profit to 1.26 billion US dollars, but its adjusted earnings per share of 2.12 dollars beat expectations. Its revenue rose 1% to 22.73 billion dollars, also exceeding forecasts, which sent its stock soaring 7.4%. US economic data shows strength. June retail sales grew 0.6% month-on-month, rebounding from May's 0.9% decline and surpassing the expected 0.1% growth, highlighting consumer resilience. Initial jobless claims dropped by 7,000 to 221,000 for the week ending July 12, below the anticipated rise to 235,000, marking the lowest weekly claim since April and signaling a strong job market. May business inventories remain unchanged for the second consecutive month, aligning with expectations. The June Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index jumped to 15.9, far exceeding the expected -1 and the prior -4. June input prices rose 0.1% month-on-month, below the expected 0.3%, following a 0.4% decline. The NAHB Wells Fargo Housing Market Index, reflecting builder confidence, ticked up to 33 in July, from June's 32, a low since December 2022, meeting market expectations. Our stock pick today is Alphamab Oncology, stock code 9966. Alphamab Oncology possesses a robust proprietary technology platform in ADC antibody, drug conjugates, bispecific antibodies, and multifunctional protein engineering. Its mission is to provide innovative therapeutic biologics for patients worldwide by leveraging its unique drug discovery and development capabilities. The group's highly differentiated internal pipeline consists of ADC, monoclonal antibody, and bispecific antibody oncology drugs at various stages of development, including one product approved for market by the NMPA and several in phase 3 or pivotal clinical trials. The group has advanced protein engineering capabilities for developing various protein building blocks. Its proprietary platforms include SDAB, CRIB platform, glycan specific conjugation platform, linker payload platform, high concentration subcutaneous formulation platform, and dual payload platform based on glycan specific conjugation. Additionally, the group is enhancing its state-of-the-art manufacturing capabilities by designing and constructing a new facility complying with the current good manufacturing practices standards of the NMPA, EMA, and FDA, with an expected capacity exceeding 40,000 liters. A new production plant for drug substances and preparations of ADCs based on existing production capacity is set to commence operations soon. In 2024, the group made significant progress in its drug product pipeline and business operations, including KN035 and Vafolimab, received marketing approval from the Macau Drug Supervision Administration for the treatment of adult patients with unresectable or metastatic non-microsatellite instability high repair deficient advanced solid tumors. Wholly owned subsidiary Jiangsu Alphamab entered into a licensing agreement with 3D Medicines and Glenmark Specialty SA, granting Glenmark exclusive rights and sub-licensing for KN035 in oncology indications for development and commercialization in India, Asia-Pacific excluding Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia, the Middle East, Africa, Russia, CIS countries, and Latin America. Jiangsu Alphamab signed a research and collaboration agreement with Arivant Biopharma, Inc. to utilize Jiangsu Alphamab's proprietary linker payload platform and glycan-specific conjugation platform to discover and develop novel ADC products. Jiangsu Alphamab entered into a licensing agreement with Shanghai JNT Biotechnology, value up to 3.08 billion yuan for the development, sale, supply, and commercialization of JSKN-003 for oncology-related indications in mainland China. Investment recommendation suggested buy price at 8.1 Hong Kong dollars, target price at $9.2, stop loss at $7.7. I do not hold the above aforementioned stock.